Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, elder bishops, teachers of Great Millstone, and the like-minded men who may not be directly part of Great Millstone but are following the same 144% truth, the same doctrine of the men of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect Akim and Akwath, that's men, women, and also children of the Bayaf Davadah, that's the house of David, who are predestined to be saved in these last days. So I'm going to go, Lord's will, this is edifying, go straight to the point. See there in the headlines, in one of my archive videos to use, Pope in Canada to apologize, and he's calling it, I think it's the penitence pilgrimage, penitence pilgrimage. Yeah, so basically to say sorry for the atrocities that were committed to our brothers and sisters of the Northern Kingdom. So I'm just going to quickly get the Lord's will, get the 12 tribes chart up. There we are. There we are. There we are. So we've got the Southern Kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Obviously we know Levi's a priesthood that was throughout the tribes. So we've got the Northern Kingdom, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Issachar. Yeah. So specifically right now we're talking about North American Indians, Gadites. Yeah, and obviously there's some of the other tribes scattered amongst them. At the time when these atrocities of the conquistadors and specifically in this instance the one of the three unclean frogs, which is the Roman Catholic Church, the religious arm or the spiritual arm of Esau, Edom. Yeah, because you have the spiritual, the military, and the financial. So we've got London, the financial. We've got Babylon the Great, which is America, the military side of it, obviously NATO and the EU, and we've got the spiritual side of it, which is the lion, the unclean frog, which we found in Revelation 16 and 13. Yeah, but that's not the point in this lesson. The point is just, you got the Pope on his pilgrimage. Shameful spewing is upon their glory. Yeah, and you have people who say that the Northern Kingdom are not Israelites, are, the tribe of Gad, Issachar, Reuben are not Israelites, but they are. They go for, Jeremiah 15:33 comes to mind. They've been for this similar oppression, the same oppressions as the Southern Kingdom, yeah? Because that's the prophecies. There's a specific picture I wanted to find, if I can find it. Lord's will, bear with me a minute. So obviously that goes into the dragon and the beast, NATO and the EU. Yeah, but that's not the point of this. There's one image I had that I got from Apostles of Great Millstone of this site of where is it? Of the conquistadors, and that's we referred to alligators as babies. So lucky for this. Before I started this little bit of information edification, I found it as well, but it might not be in this. It might be here. No. I'm gonna show that. So lucky for this, bear with me a second. I don't know the, yeah. It's here in these images here. I'm trying to blend it up as best as possible. That's the Southern Kingdom. But here, it's not this one, there's another one. Oh, this is it. This is it. If you can see this image here, look, conquistadors. Yeah. And look, we remember Wounded Knee, yeah? Wounded Knee was a battle. Look at that, we used to set dogs onto us and our people. Yeah, so don't say the Northern Kingdom haven't been through anything. Right, so what we got here is, Slovakia. I'll show you that. So, if you go to 2 Kings 17 and 24, it shows where the in the, bear with me a second. Sumerians were transplanted into the land, and the Israelites, the Northern Kingdom were removed. Yeah. But what I want to go to is Second Esdras. Alright, so this just to make the point here. Right. And the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon and Kuta, so lucky if I pronounce that wrong, and from Ava and from Amath and from Sepharvaim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel, and they possessed Samaria and dwelt in the cities thereof. Yeah, and so it goes into the beginning of dwelling in the city and having to get priests in because they were being plagued, right? Because they weren't following the ways. But then obviously, but we're not. That's not the point right now. If you want to read that, I'd advise you to read it. Yeah. What my point I want to make is in 2 Esdras 13, and it shows the journey that was made. If you read 2 Chronicles 9:21, it shows King Solomon had ships, yeah, from Tarshish that went on great journeys, and I think it's 2 Chronicles 8, the land of Ophir, yeah, which is America. But in this instance, it's called Ashur. So here we are. These, so this goes after when Yahshua returns, and so this is Esdras explaining. The angel explained to Esdras who the 10 tribes are. Yeah, right. So it goes into 2 Esdras 13 and 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria, we just read that in 2 Kings 17 and 24, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. Right? So it explains a little bit more detail, 2 Esdras. So 2 Kings 17:24. But they took this counsel among themselves, this is the 10 tribes, remember, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. 42. That they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow places of the river, for the Most High then showed signs and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of 1.5 years, and the same region is called Arsareth. Right? Like I said, if you want to link it up. Go into Second Chronicles chapter 8, chapter 9. Yeah, and like again, like I've just read, 2 Kings 17:24. Right, so that's just to prove the point that they are the Israelites, right? They're the 10 tribes, right? And also, I think it's the movie 1492 with Gerald Depardieu. He was explaining, or he was playing, what was his name? Christopher Columbus, right? He actually mentioned the book of Esdras. So, there's plenty of proof out there, right? External, even external in secular world, but the Bible's all the proof you need. The scriptures are all the proof you need if you have eyes to see and ears to hear. So yeah, so let me just get and play this video. Now we've covered that a little bit. So like, yeah, let me just...
His triple center around his apology on behalf of the Roman Catholic Church for the indigenous children at church-run residential schools. And the visit comes after years of pleas from indigenous leaders for a Vatican apology about the schools which were designed to erase indigenous culture and language by forcibly separating children from their families to assimilate them into Western culture. Pope Francis, who reached Canada on Sunday, said that his visit is a penitential pilgrimage to ask for forgiveness on Canadian soil for the evil done to Native people by Catholic pilgrimages.
Buona domenica a tutti, benvenuti, grazie di questo servizio.
So we get the point there, yeah. I'll put that in the background, Let me get a quick scripture. Jeremiah. Put this off. But Lord's will, I'll put that video in the description box. Right. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, by Shemaiah Shai of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah, Yahweh, were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. To this day, yeah. To this day, they still haven't told us, even though the Spirit of Yahweh Shemaiah Shai has raised up the prophets to show the hopeful elect the way, right? But they haven't told us. They didn't say, oh well, your captivity's over now. This is who you are. We're sorry. They're coming off with these weak-ass apologies now, because end of the day, it's a shameful spewing upon their glory. Let me quickly get that. Habakkuk 2. Let me go straight to the point. Right, Habakkuk 2:16. Read the whole chapter. Yeah, the whole chapter, but definitely, if you've not read it, it's heavy duty. Yeah, the whole book, really. But yeah, I'm straight to the point. Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Thou also, shame for glory, drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. And this is what's happening, yeah? With all the so-called glory that they said that they achieved around the world, this conquering, the colonization, the assimilation and all that business, yeah, it's a shame unto them now, yeah. And Yahweh Shemaiah Shai is making Esau bare, yeah, and on all levels. Jeremiah 49:10, yeah. Lord's will, I'll get that, just make sure I'm correct. And let thy foreskin be uncovered, the nakedness, yeah. The cup of the Lord, Yahweh Shemaiah Shai's right hand, shall be turned unto thee. And this is what we're seeing, yeah. We're seeing them being exposed, simple as that, being exposed. And as the apostles have said, right now they're in the trial period, and the judgment's going to come. Yeah, the sentencing and judgment's going to come. Yeah, from Yahweh Shemaiah Shai, just wait ye upon the Lord. That's all we can do, as the scriptures say, right? Until he rises up to the prey. And shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And this is what's happening. We're seeing this shame being put on Esau, Edom, and the nations, right? They're coming in with with the caps in their hands and saying, "Oh, we're sorry, we're sorry." They ain't sorry for nothing. They've not restored anything. Yeah, they're not sorry for anything, but there will be when Yahweh Shai returns. When Yahweh Shai returns with the holy angels and takes them out, because that's what's going to happen. So let me quickly get, we shouldn't trust the enemies, and get that one. Here we are. 12. So just quickly read through this, yeah? Never trust thine enemy. And our enemies are described in Psalms 83. We do have enemies. Don't get it twisted. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed, and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. And what they're doing now is they're trying to make this one world order business. They're trying to make it all nice and trying to erase the past, saying, "Oh, it wasn't us. That was, the sins of our fathers. But this wasn't us. We're different now." That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring in this one world order. This is why they've got rid of the statues and the monuments in certain places. What about the image of Theodore Roosevelt? I think it was outside the New York Met, right? With when he was on the horse, and he had Judah and Israel on either side, yeah, or depictions of, yeah, the southern and the northern kingdom on either side. Remember that? But they're trying to erase all that business because they think they got away. But anyway. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. And so, how many treaties? I can't even remember the treaties. Hundreds of treaties, probably going into the thousands of treaties are made with the Gadites and Reubenites, and they never kept one. Never kept one, right? And they're going to come, what they're doing now is they're going to come with a solution. You got the MP coming up, C Ragamuffin, they're going to come with solutions to all these problems. And you know what it's going to be? It's going to be the MOTB, right, which is the RFID microchip, Revelation 13:16. You've got to be aware of these people, the tricker, the snakes, yeah, that's turned into a dragon. Right. Yeah, I'm just continue to read. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such to come nigh wild beasts? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, whom will pity? For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, and this is what he's doing. Yeah, the Pope, the so-called Pope, speaking sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit, yeah, a trap, low place. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood, and blood follows them. Yeah. If you want to read, just continue. If you want to read that, yeah. I'm just going to try to get through these scriptures that I've written down. Go to the Book of Sirach, which is this one, 41. Start this. Here we are. Yeah. Here we are. I'm just going to get straight to the point. Ecclesiasticus, which is also known as the Book of Sirach, 41:7. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake. And this is what they're saying now. They're saying, "Oh, it wasn't us. It was our past. We're so sorry. We're sorry that we committed these acts," but they're not sorry. Yeah. Or we're sorry that our fathers committed these acts, like I should say, but they're not. Or they would restore all the goods, wouldn't they? They'd restore everything. Zechariah 1. This is Zechariah 1:15. Yeah. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, because they are at ease. Right, they're in the pride. I think they'll never get taken down. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction to this day. Therefore, let's go into this word affliction. Look, Ra 87, yeah, from 87451. Yeah, bad, evil, bad, disagreeable. You say it in the Lord's Prayer. Alright? Malignant, bad, unpleasant, evil, giving pain, unhappiness, misery. Yeah, and all of the tribes, you know, throughout going off first at the first port. Yeah, they forward the affliction, they forwarded the misery. To this day, they have. Strong's definitions. From H749, bad or evil, natural or moral, adversity, affliction, bad, calamity, displeased, distressed. You know, that goes into it. Affliction, bad, calamity. You know, and haven't sorrow, wow, all those adjectives. And hasn't the Northern Kingdom been through all that? Yeah, they have. They have. Right, so people do doubt that the so-called Native Americans and Hispanics are Israelites. Wow, just pray that Yahweh Shem Yahshai opens your eyes, and that's what we do on a daily basis. You know, we pray that Yahweh Shem Yahshai continues to show us things, you know, to allow us to grow. Right. 16. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, I am returned to Jerusalem, with mercies. My house shall be built in it, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah of hosts, and a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem. This is what's happening now. Yeah, we've seen the house of David being built, the tabernacle of David being built and restored. Yeah. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shemashah, through his prophets. Lamentations 4:21. Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And this is where we are now. Yeah? Esau, Edom's being made bare, being discovered. I'm going to end it off with this. Genesis 49. Lord's will, it was edifying. You know, and I got a point across simply as I could, and direct as I could, with a few scriptures. You know, we got this Pope is trying to apologize and play penitence. You know, but only Yahweh Shem Yahshai, you know, will make them pay. Simple as that. So I'm going to finish it off with this. Genesis 49:19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he will overcome at the last. And that is a prophecy that will occur, that will happen. Right, and we're nearly there. So keep the faith, keep praying, keep watching for the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Lord's will, it was edifying. Shalom.